Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Mystic Woo Woo. I love this name so much. It's probably going to be one of my favourite chats ever. How are you, my gorgeous Maxine?
Oh, I'm all good, thank you, my love.
Yeah, how's let's ask about badminton. Did the boys show up?
Oh, funny, yes. So one did. Mine turned up. The other guy didn't turn up, but another guy turned up with him, a bit older. So we had already started ours and they weren't there, and I said, right, if they don't turn up this week, stop them. I'm not bothering, I'll look for somebody else. Making a joke about it. And then they ambled in, at the light, because obviously we stopped playing and looked at them. And they must have felt really embarrassed because we watched them walk all the way across. And then he went, oh, hi. I said, oh, you made it this week then? He said, oh, yeah, really sorry. He said, we got stuck in traffic. So I said, you don't have to explain. We're here every week on a Tuesday. Anyway, yeah, they started playing their game. We played ours. And then when we'd finished, we went and sat down and a drink of water. And they said, right, do you want to have a game? So we swapped. So I played the good looking one, I'll say, and Helen played the other one. And then when we stopped in the middle, we obviously had a bit of a chat. But Helen didn't like hers. She was actually looking at me going, no. And so I'm talking to this guy with Helen in the corner. I'm thinking, right, okay. I said, right, I'll tell you what, love, I'm going to have a go with my friend because it looks like she wants to talk to me. He said, I don't think she likes my friend. I said, no, it's just badminton. Anyway, it was good fun. We kept swapping and changing and playing. But then at the end of the game, when we had to go, people were already waiting to come on. And they just went, right, see you next week, and just went. And I thought, right, okay. Yeah, there was no phone number. There was no real flirting. No, I mean, he's a nice guy. Bit heavy, though. Not that I picked him up, but, when somebody's playing badminton, you don't make a lot of noise because I tend to bounce on my toes. And he was like an elephant stomping around. I thought, I don't think he lost 2 minutes of my house. We tiptoe here, do you know what I mean? So it's a bit, what's it called? Heavy-footed. Yeah. So, no, I sort of went off him. Of all the things to not like someone for, it's his feet.
I've got to be honest with you, Max. I think maybe you need to revisit the things that should get under your skin and not.
Now, what? I've got self-love club hangs tomorrow, so I'm just going to go through the whole lot and just have a tick list.
I'll woo it out of you, babe. I'll woo it out of you. Oh my gosh! So what? I'm coming down to
when I come down to yours, I'm going to bring a list of things that annoy me, but they're all different. So I'd never had somebody who was that heavy. It's just because I was sort of dainty, and he was like stomping.
Yeah, but babe,
he was trying to put the floor through.
Think about it like this. I don't want a man to be as light on his toes as me. I want a man to come and scoop me up and carry me around.
It was quite an unhealthy stomp. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Ladies and gents, did you see Maxine's face then? I'm roaring about it. Oh, well, that's quite funny. So what actually happened to the other guy, did you ask?
No, but my friend Helen said, I don't like him. And he was actually, hers was really nice guy to talk to.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want anyone at the moment. She's going through what I went through 4 years ago. No, I don't need a man in my life. No, thank you. Quite happy on my own.
Yeah.
So I'm letting her.
But what about the guy that played the first week that you met them?
He didn't come.
Yeah, but what's happened to him?
Oh, we didn't ask.
You just throw them to the side like
because he was heavy-footed, and I thought the other guy might have heavy feet as well, so I didn't ask.
No, well, just discard these pieces of rubbish to one side.
Well, Helen says, I hope he doesn't come next week because I don't really like him. So I said, Helen, it's just a game of badminton. And she said, we could always change our day. I said, they are running out of days in the week that we can't come. We can't do Thursdays because of Mini Frank. We're going to have to abandon Tuesdays. I can't do Mondays because I'm really busy. And they don't open Saturday and Sunday. So, I told her to come in disguise. Just wear something different.
But was he trying to crack on to her in a relationship, like in a sexual kind of way, or?
No, he was just really nice, but he was more my sort of wavelength, and she's pretty quiet and shy. And I think he was just a bit too much for her.
Why did she not go with heavy-footed man and you go with the nice
She
one?
might have been better with heavy-footed man, actually. I'm gonna have to try and do is video him.
Just call me Dating Davis.
Because honestly, when you hear these feet, you will go, I see what you mean.
Oh, Max, I get it, right? People walking too heavy on their feet, it is an irritant. But for me personally, I'm not sure that would be a deal breaker in my life. I've got to be honest. No. But then when you come here, you'll see that I've got tiles on the floor, and heaviness doesn't, like, it's not like the upstairs ceiling in a house, you know, that creaks. I don't need to deal with that. Do you get what I mean? Like,
I think my stairs, I've got wooden stairs, I think they would break if he came to mine. Yeah. We'd have to stay downstairs.
That would be fun for the family to see.
Yeah. Go in. Living room. We're staying in here.
It's just not going to work, mate. This is just not going to work. Oh, I love it so much. So, Max, tell me what's been going on in the post office this week, my darling.
Right. So, firstly, I've got to say hello to Natasha,
who
watches these every week. And she came into my shop on Saturday. Never met her before, but she recognised my voice, which most people do.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, so I said I'd say hello to her. So thank you for coming in. And if anybody's got questions about the shop, Natasha can answer them. Just got you a job there, love.
Thanks for watching, Natasha. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, it's great. But I wasn't expecting anyone to ever come in the shop and say, I watch Girly Giggles. Do you know what I mean? And actually see what the shop looks like.
Well, I'm going to come in.
So yes, it's quite nice to see her.
I'm going to come in.
Oh, you're coming in, definitely.
I'm in Girly Giggles.
Yeah, you're coming in.
Or Mystic Woo as it is this week.
Yeah, definitely. Apart from that, not a lot has happened. Gorgeous looking builder came in. When did he come in? He came in on Wednesday. Obviously, by this time, I'd done the heavy-footed badminton, so I was sort of off men. But he's just got he's got really nice eyes. He's got a dimple when he smiles, and he's just really nice. Yeah. But he didn't stay long.
Max, don't be off men just because one thing doesn't go right, please.
No, it's just one sleep later. A couple of days after that was fine.
Max, still the same, right? We don't need to put our life on hold just because, you know, some imagery, some phantom relationship in your head didn't work out.
Oh dear me.
Get your butt to Self-Love Club Hangers tomorrow night. I think I've got something that might be able to help you.
Yeah, I think I should go around and tell all the people I've met in the last few weeks, please come along. You'll see why I'm like I am. I'm going to release it all on Tuesday night.
So just on that note, ladies and gents, actually by the time this goes out, it would have been done. So scrap that.
Oh yeah, true.
There's no point telling you about something when it already would have been done by the time it comes out. So have we heard anything from Copper Chris or anything else?
Not a thing.
And how was this builder with the cute eyes and the cute dimple?
Oh yeah, he didn't stay long. He just came in because I was really busy at the time. But you know, I got the wink and hello and I went bright red in the face. So I still have feelings there. I'm not completely emotionally stunted from heavy feet.
You still got your fallopian tubes flopping.
Let's still going. And while we're talking about fallopian tubes, good God. I actually think they were on full alert this week, to be fair.
Oh, Maxine, you make me laugh. We'll talk about that in a sec because I actually think that's going to be really quite amusing for people. In fact, today, ladies and gents, Maxine and I have a little chat before we film these, literally for 5-10 minutes. And we were roaring earlier. We were roaring about like the stuff that comes into my head and the stuff that I see visually, and then the experiences that we go through. So we're going to share a little bit of insight into that, which is why we've called it Mystic Woo Woo this week. So just a really quick update on my week. It's been crazy. It's been so busy. This last week has been so busy, and I'm not just talking about, you know, busy at work or busy with friends or busy with family or busy with exercise. I'm talking it's so busy. Like, it's been so buoyant out there, hasn't it, with the information that's coming through. The energies have been extremely profound. I mean, it's the 1st of November today. By the time this video goes out, it's the 3rd of November. Like it's new moon tomorrow.
And by the time this goes out, I wonder what will have happened.
Wow. Who knows, Maxine? This is a beautiful thing, right? Who knows? We could have anything that's going to unfold in the next 10 days. Just throwing it out there. So not only that, you know, I am really, really choosing where I'm spending my time at the moment. I've you know, and I'm sharing this so that you guys can perhaps take a little bit of validation if you are in this place. Be really careful whose messages you're responding to, what you're doing with yourself, you know, whose time you want to be in. And I'm going to talk a little bit in a little while about Friday, because me in that red dress on Friday has caused carnage.
I knew as soon as I saw it.
It's caused carnage, Maxine. Carnage, I tell you, absolute carnage. So love yourself a little bit stronger right now, ladies and gents. I think that's my clear message for you at the moment is love yourself, be gentle with yourself, get out in nature even more. I believe we've got a few days of okay weather. It might be cold here in the UK, but okay weather. Get out in nature during this period of time. Make sure that you're breathing in and just immersed in the grounding energy that we get from nature. You know, things are going to get so buoyant this month. Again, like
it is cold. It is really cold outside, but it's nice cold. Yeah. It's the cold that makes your skin tingle on your face.
Yeah. So I ran 10k this morning. I walked for about 20 minutes whilst I was doing my Instagram live, but I ran 10k in total. It's 10k this morning. So it's cold. It is cold. It's dropped very, very quickly. However, it is time to be getting out. It is time to be, you know, immersing. It is time to be asking for signs. And in fact, I've done no social media today because I've been too busy. But when I was at the lake, my lake, earlier today, as I was out running, I did this massive run around on the roads because it's very wet underfoot in my forest at the moment. It's fine once you get past the first bit, but you kind of have to wade through it, and I just wasn't really feeling it at that time. So I ended up wading through it, and I ended up running up to my lake, and on my run I had been saying, like, give me a sign that, you know, energies are shifting, relationships are happening, mergers are going to take place, unions are going to happen now. And as I got to my lake, you'll see, because I'll share the photos later, there was 2 twin souls. And I said, is that representative of twin souls or twin flames or a twin union? And I got the message yes, and then a robin popped up, which I know is one of my nan's messengers to me. So yeah, very, very interesting. So it is about dropping into your heart space. It is about recognizing the fear and avoiding it as best you possibly can. It is about loving yourself so that you can welcome love in. Even if you're in a relationship, still love yourself. You know, even if you're super happy, still love yourself, because it's very, very important that we go through this period of time nurturing and loving so that that's what we experience out the other side. On that note, let's talk about Maxine's phantom pregnancy. Oh, we're frozen. Apologies, ladies and gents. I don't know what happened there. It looks as if my internet cut out, but I don't know. I've got no clue. So apologies if I'm repeating anything that I've just said, or if there is a break in this, or if it just doesn't make a little bit of sense. What I was actually saying when I got cut off was our good friend Maxine has had a phantom pregnancy in the last week. So it's really interesting. I would love to hear all about it, Max. And then, because I had a phantom pregnancy just last year and it was extremely interesting, wasn't it? So I'd love to hear your story, babe. Share it again with me.
Right. So it just started off where I was really thirsty, but not like, oh, great, you know, you'll have a sip of water. It's like, it's immediate and it like attacks your throat. And I remember having it when I was pregnant with both of mine.
Yeah. For
the first few weeks. And that was one of the signs of being pregnant. And no amount of water will get rid of it until it's time for it to pass. It's sort of like an addiction that, you know, you wait for the addiction bit to pass to move on. And then I was sitting down on the sofa and Sophie was laughing at me because she said, why are you suddenly so thirsty? You drink enough water all day. And I said, well, it appears I may have some sort of pregnancy hormones going on. We all just laughed. We thought it was funny. But then as I'm coming up the stairs, the top of my legs really started to ache, which I don't get. And when I was pregnant with George, I had like ligament issues. So I used to have this pain going down into my vagina when I was walking. And I got that as I was walking up the stairs, and I thought, oh no, that's 3 things now. But I still thought it was funny until I got in bed and my stomach was in a dome and I could actually hold my stomach. Now, I have a flat stomach. I don't have round things, domes, anywhere. And yeah, I could actually, and I started holding my tummy going, I don't believe it's like a miracle, Maxine. And it has to be a miracle because flat-footed heavy man certainly hasn't been near me. Nobody's been near me for a long time. I'm very choosy. So it's not likely that I get pregnant at the age of 55. But it was such a weird feeling to be able to hold my tummy and go, oh, that's lovely. Actually thinking about baby clothes.
Oh, you're so cute. That's just so cute. So what's so interesting, Maxine, is you remember last year, because we had a laugh about this offline, I had a phantom pregnancy last year, and exactly like you, I wasn't having sex with anybody. And all of a sudden, I had these enormous boobs, didn't I?
They were huge. They were frighteningly huge.
Yeah. And they came out of nowhere, didn't they? Literally, just one day I woke up and I was like, what's going on with these? You know.
But you have to imagine, for anybody watching this, so Lucy used to do a lot of Zooms for business, wasn't it? So a few years we'd all pop on and you'd have like your vest top on, but everything fit where it was supposed to. And we all come on one night and not one of us spoke because these boobs just erupted out of the top of your vest. It was the biggest cleavage I've ever seen. And nobody could say anything. So I went, what's going on in there then? Everyone was being really polite, and you had to apologise for these enormous melons that had appeared on the front of your body.
And they came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And what was so interesting, I actually started to think, oh my gosh, maybe I'm Mary.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm Mary. Maybe I've been impregnated. I mean, come on. But, you know, maybe I had been impregnated. And I was like, I kept saying, well, this just isn't on. At least give me the fun. If I'm going to carry a baby, at least give me the fun part of it, you know.
Let me make it, please.
Let me enjoy the moment, you know, rather than just impregnating me. But that lasted for quite a while. And I remember I had these enormous boobs and I had a little belly, because a bit like you know, I'm pretty petite, and I just had this little belly that came out, and I actually quite liked it. I'll be honest. I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of cute, you know.
Yeah. That's how I was last week. It was a little cute dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just fascinating, isn't it? But I definitely know, you know, I was sharing with you beforehand, I'm not going to give all the information I shared with you earlier, but the baby's knocking, you know, it's waiting to come through at the moment. It's really, really, really saying, hello, I'm ready when you're ready. You know, and it's because I'm calling it in as well. So, you know, it's so funny that you said about the phantom pregnancies. You were like, maybe I'm having a phantom pregnancy for you.
Yeah. I wrote down in my diary, I'm going to have to speak to Lucy about this because this isn't me.
Yeah.
And there's a big circle around it.
Well,
because I quickly flicked through my diary to see what I needed to remember to tell you lot today, and that's there. But it was strange because the following morning it had gone. And my boobs grew as well. I had boobs. So only for about 3 or 4 days. Thank you very much. They've gone now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, mine lasted about 3 or 4 weeks, if I remember correctly.
No, this was 3 or 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah, but I felt the heaviness in my legs and that pain for a few days. And then all the symptoms seemed to go.
Do you know what was coming through to me when you actually mentioned the legs? And I'm going to say it now because it's probably quite important. I probably should have said it back then, but hey ho, better late than never. I feel you need to up your leafy greens.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Just up your leafy greens. Yeah.
Well, up yours as well.
Up yours too, Mofo.
Your bloody leafy greens.
Up your leafy greens, love. Up your leafy greens. So before we go on to the visions that I got literally just before we came on here, let's talk about the red dress and let's talk about the ripples. Let's call it ripply red dress. So on Friday, I was invited to go somewhere, which I said yes to. I wore a really pretty little red dress that I never thought I'd wear. I'll be honest. I was like, I'm never going to wear this again. And I was actually thinking about giving it to charity. And then this came up and I was like, actually, it's perfect. So I'll wear that. It wasn't short, but it was, you know, it showed off my leg. It was long sleeved. It kind of came down in a bit of a V here, but nothing too revealing. And I certainly didn't have the big bazookas is what I was going to say, the big bosoms to, you know, really make it look even more beautiful than it already looked, you know. So I cheekily post the little picture on Instagram and then I trot off for the night. And then I upload a different picture to Facebook the next morning. And I'll be honest, I didn't even think about it, right? I didn't look at my phone once on Friday night. I was really enjoying the moment. I think I responded to a message from you at about 10 or something like that. But other than that, I didn't even look at my phone once, which I'm really enjoying doing at the moment, actually. But what's happened, right? On Instagram, and this is just a sure telltale sign of the times, right? I need to put my teeth back in. Instagram, I've got all of these amazing, incredible women that follow me going, oh my God, you look amazing. Oh my gosh, you know, enjoy your night, blah, 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 blah. That's Instagram. Against face ache. I have been sent phone numbers. I have been sent pictures. I have been sent offers for dates. I literally have had men coming at me from all around the world. I mean, the most funny one, and he'll never watch this, but the most funny one I received was a guy who literally messaged me and said, why don't you come to Leeds and let me take you out for dinner?
Nice. Yeah.
And then he was like, here's my phone number.
Oh God.
You know, I've never
as soon as I saw it was the full one, you know, the full frontal, legs, the shoes, the lot. I went, oh God, here we go. She's going to be well busy now.
It's been hilarious, Maxine.
Well, it doesn't surprise me at all.
But I guess it confuses me, right? Because people see me every day, maybe not on Facebook anymore, but people see me every day. They know what I look like. Admittedly, it's very rare that I get dressed up these days because we all sit in our homes, don't we? And we're all like on the naughty step. Perhaps a little bit more on the naughty step very soon here in the UK. But it just really quite blew me away. I mean, like I say, the messages on Instagram and stuff were so beautiful, all from women, you know, and don't get me wrong, there were some guys that told me that I looked lovely, but it wasn't anything creepy.
Yeah.
But on Facebook, it was
plus
great.
it was Friday night.
Yeah, well,
and they're all out in force on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, I put it out on my Facebook, I think on Saturday morning, actually.
Oh yeah, it was Saturday morning.
I think so, yeah.
So what did you? Yes, it was Saturday.
Yeah.
So Friday, yeah. Oh, well, they must have been waiting all night for that then.
Jumping in the bit.
Yeah.
Maybe they were still out tonight.
Let's wait, we might get some pictures.
Maybe they were still out from the night before, Max.
Yeah, still waiting for you.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And actually, you know, I feel as if the tides are turning in regards to dating. And this is why I was laughing at your stories earlier about just like, no. Yeah. I really do feel that things are shifting in a significant way right now. Like I said about the twin flame energy.
You just disappeared then, by the way.
Oh, did I? What's going on today?
Don't know, but literally you were like that and it stopped.
Gosh, what a pain. What I was saying is I feel that the tides are turning in regards to dating. I feel as though, although we've got this massive twin soul energy coming in, this union energy coming in, I do feel that we are going to be seeing more people who are, you know, almost settling in for a relationship. And I don't mean settling in for the winter. I mean settling in to actually step forwards on their life path. I just feel a massive shake up in that area at the moment. And it's quite interesting that obviously the babies came up for you. You've been having these scenarios with men coming in and, you know, all these things happening. And I do feel that something is shifting. I mean, I'm speaking to some really incredible men at the moment, really, really incredible men. And, you know, I think it's really difficult because I don't share a picture on my Facebook. Like, I didn't share that picture on Saturday morning on Facebook for attention. I shared it because I was really proud of what I looked like on Friday night. And I shared it for me.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't, you know, yes, maybe I should update my profile to say that I'm not single. I don't know if my profile says I'm single or not. Maybe I need to remove that if it does. I don't think it does. I think I've
never looked.
No. But what my point is, that just popped into my head.
But to be fair, it doesn't matter what you put on there. You could put in a relationship with a baboon, you would still get the same amount of people messaging you because they just ignore that.
Okay.
And some people won't look at that. They'll literally see your picture and send you a message. They won't look into what you do.
But what's different about Facebook to Instagram? Like what's with that? Like, they're owned by the same person. What's going on there?
Well, I don't think they're owned by anybody now. I think the government owns both of them. But Facebook, I think, is more trashy.
I think you're right. I think
that's the polite version.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Instagram, I find, is more intelligent.
I find
kinda.
Yeah, you find your tribe on Instagram, which is really weird because there's no way of having groups or anything like that. No. And I actually like the way that Facebook is structured because you can almost tell a story and you can, you know, like add pictures to the comments and stuff like that, whereas you can't when you're on Instagram. But Instagram just seems to have a maturity around it.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So the thing is, I mean, maybe in all of these messages, I mean, I've got hundreds. I can't even say to you, I've got hundreds. I've got people that don't have a picture on their profile were sending me pictures. This is who I am. Yeah. This is what I look like. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Thankfully, I didn't get any dick pics.
Oh, right.
Thankfully, which is a good thing. But I do find it very interesting that, people think that without even a conversation that you're going to go on a date with them.
Yeah, they do.
I mean,
and that happens all the time.
What's happened? Like, how on earth has that happened? Like, I want to at least converse with somebody before I go on a date with them. Don't get me wrong, I don't
those people
for a year.
Are single. That is why they are single.
Yeah.
That is why they are chasing everybody.
Honestly, I just can't get honestly, Prince Charming, please come and get me.
Oh, he's not far away, is he?
I know, I feel him. I feel him in my auric field. I really do feel him in my auric field. I'm just ready now. You know, I'm ready to bring baby.
Yeah, I think we're getting ready now for it all, Lucy. You know, if we can crack on.
Yeah, Lucy, will you hurry up? We want to meet the bambinos. We want to meet the mini-me's. We
need to, because I'm not having any more pregnancies, so I've got to be with yours, haven't I?
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's going to be fun.
Unless, of course, you'd like to do it for me, and I just
no, thank you.
You're a pro. So let's talk about the vision that I got literally 15 minutes before we started this filming. I got on and I went, Maxine, you're not going to believe what I've just seen. So I'm stood over there. I don't remember what I was doing. I was making a cup of tea or something like that. I don't know. It's irrelevant. Anyway, are you back?
Yeah, sorry, it disappeared. I don't know what happened there.
So, I'm over there.
Oh, God, hang on.
What's going on?
Hang on, bear with. It's all right. I'm back again now. Somebody keeps flashing up on my phone. I don't know what it is.
Go away.
Yeah.
How dare you? We're talking.
Yeah.
So I'm stood over there. Don't remember what I was doing. And all of a sudden, in my vision, I get Maxine as a fortune teller, right? She's got her hair scraped up. She's a gypsy. And she's looking into her crystal ball and really doing this, you know, like, and just basically, I feel as if you had a lot of rings on your fingers. And I don't know if that's a stereotypical to let me know that you were a fortune teller and a gypsy.
I still wear loads of rings.
And it's interesting because I've never known that. That's really interesting. So yeah, and it showed me you as a fortune teller. And of course, when I got in here, I'm like, Maxine, I've just seen a past life of yours where you're a fortune teller, which is really exciting, because I think we need to start exploring that a little bit more with you. We need to be putting you on the spot to extract more information, because if you've been there before, you will be able to channel it really easily. But what did you say in response, Maxine?
Well, because I remember it. I remember being a fortune teller. I remember, like you said, my hair was up. I'd got a little black like neck thing round that sort of went over the back and hung down here. And I had a bag, the rings I do remember, because I still like wearing loads of rings. And I had a little bag with my trinkets in. And I used to offer tiny little trinkets to tell them what their fortune was going to be. And I'm going to say Robin Hood time. So if you think of Robin Hood, the movie, that's the only thing I can say ground was similar to. So there's like, the grass is worn down in the middle, there's grass on the side of trees, and it's where the horses have obviously gone up and down. And I'm there trying to sell my wares, and you are in front of me, so we're going back quite a long time, with your two little sisters, who were actually your children. And you're all dressed the same, you've got white on. The girls are singing and skipping and everything, but you're not allowed to speak. Your voice has been taken as you're walking in front of me. And I'm trying to tell you what's going to happen, but you're refusing to listen because you can't speak back to me. And that was, I've had that vision. I've asked somebody to draw it for me. I had that vision, God, probably the first time I heard your voice.
Wow.
And I knew it was you, even though you hadn't spoken before.
Yeah, how interesting.
Yeah.
And it's what's very, very interesting is I'm very outward with the fact that every lifetime my voice gets taken. You know, every lifetime. Yeah. And this lifetime they're taking it by halting my account, shadow banning me, blocking me, etc., etc. Other lifetimes, like I've had my throat slit, I've been hung up in whatever. So it absolutely resonates with the story that has been going on.
But it was the fact that your little half sisters were your children,
yeah,
and they were happily skipping along and accepting of the fact that you couldn't speak.
Yeah,
they weren't crying or worried. It was the most natural thing. Yeah. And I was behind you trying to sell you my little trinkets.
Yeah, and again, that links really beautifully into one of my little sisters saying that she remembers me as a scullery maid. When you were sharing that with me, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, this is the lifetime that you were a scullery maid and the girls were my girls.
Yeah.
You know, which is just so interesting, because I do have such a beautiful, beautiful relationship. It's not like a sister relationship. They're like they're my babies.
Yeah.
You know, I love them so much, and they love me so much. You know, they get annoyed with me when I'm not around. You know, they're like, well, why aren't you around? You should be around. You and it's almost like you were always around before, so why are you not around now? You know, and it's just really beautiful. So thank you for sharing that, Max.
No worries. That is the one part of my past that I remember. Every single thing about it, I could tell you how the weather felt, you know, how it felt on the floor. Everything came back to me the first time I heard your voice. And that's why then when I saw you, because you were doing a video, it all started to come back. But I'd got it all written down anyway. But even then, I still queried that it was you.
Yeah.
Because obviously this was a past life that only I knew about. I hadn't shared it with anyone else because I didn't know anyone else that would understand that.
Yeah.
Because in another life, I've been a comedian, a male comedian.
I can see that.
Yeah, but a male on stage in a working men's club years and years ago. But you see, I haven't delved into that one.
We need to get you back there, Maxine. I think you'd absolutely smash it. I think you'd absolutely smash it. I just think honestly, you make me laugh so much. Honestly, it's just 10 tons of giggles when we get together.
Oh, God, yeah.
And talking about that, it's not long now, is it?
Week on Friday.
I am so excited, and what's even more beautiful is that Donna has agreed to come and meet us, hasn't she? So I'm going to travel into London to come and meet you. Donna's going to come in and meet us, and we're actually going to have lunch, aren't we, together, which is good. I'm so excited.
Oh, it's just going to be brilliant. But like I was saying yesterday, all the trains were cancelled yesterday from London, so I wouldn't have been able to get home if it was yesterday.
Oh, how interesting.
So I pre-warned the boss, because he said, will you be back Monday? I said, I do not know. And we're back whenever.
It's the intention, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
If I'm not meant to come back on that Sunday, I'm not meant to come back.
Yeah. And maybe you'll fly back on your broomstick or something, mate.
That's the one, with my little bag of wares.
Absolutely.
Move, I'm coming through.
So a week on Friday. It's not long, is it?
No, can't wait.
We're going to blink and that will be here. And what's so beautiful is, like, we're going to see Don Don's on the Friday.
Yeah.
And then we've got a beautiful weekend of connection and, you know, oxygen and checking out all these beautiful places. Oh my God, Maxine, I found the most incredible place today. Never seen it before, never been there before. It was stunning. It was stunning.
What, on your walk?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. I've got to see the lake. I have got to see that lake.
Yeah. I'm taking you to the lake, don't you worry, babe. The lake speaks.
Yeah.
And there's certain trees on the way there that speak too. I know that you won't find that weird, but some people are probably watching now going, okay, she's crazy. But it's true. There is a tree, and I will show you the tree. There's two trees actually that are beautiful. They're just they're striving to give you life, if that makes sense. And
totally.
Every time I stop at one of them and I just give it a little squeeze, because I have to. I'm a bloody nightmare.
Yeah, well, I keep doing that here, and people are like, Maxine, what are you doing? I just ignore them now.
Yeah, so here, nobody bats an eyelid, love.
Yeah.
But
you see, mine's in the middle of a busy road that I do it. Because that's where our trees are.
Yeah, we're good. We can get away with it where I'll take you. But bring some comfy shoes. We'll go for a really, really big, long walk. And so I can show you it all, because it's so vast, the space. It really is so vast. And also, Maxine, you've got to bring your glad rags. Because we're going out. Yeah. We're going to go out. We're going to
got them sorted out, my shoes, everything. I'm on it.
Yeah, good. I need to figure out where we should go, because there's two towns that are quite close to me. So I need to figure out which would be better for us. But we're going out. We're going out.
Yeah, gotta go.
We're going out. We're going to go for a night. Like, hopefully we'll have a bit of a dance and hear some music. And
we've got to have the music.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if I have to sit on my butt. I mean, I don't know what the rules are these days with, like, going. I have got no clue. I have no idea whatsoever. But all I know is that it will be lovely. We can go out for some dinner. We can go out to listen to some music and just, you know, laugh.
I think we need it. We desperately need that weekend to have fun.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And what was really interesting is I had a vision over the weekend. I'll share this with you. I haven't shared it with you privately, so apologies that I'm dropping this in on you now. But I actually had a vision of me introducing you to a man, a slightly older man than me. So maybe like 50, early 50.
All right.
Yeah. And I'm thinking hopefully that will be when you come down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, if he's standing next to the tree, he's in.
Me, I meet a lot of men when I'm out in the trees. Honestly, I do. I've met.
If he starts talking to one of those trees, he's in, mate. I'm taking him home with me.
Yeah, even if he walks heavy on his feet. Sorry, love. You're walking too heavy-footed for me, mate. I'm sorry.
Could you just lower the noise, please, with the feet area?
You love the trees. You're conscious, but no, it's that stomping of those feet. I can't cope with it, mate. I can't cope with it.
Well, I think he'll be all right as long as he doesn't play badminton.
Yeah.
Because then I won't hear it.
I love it, Maxine. I absolutely love it. But I really do hope, in fact, I've met some very, very attractive men in the bushes, in the forest. I really have. There was one guy who literally took my breath away. He was so good looking.
Really?
Yeah, he was gorgeous. And I don't tend to go for gorgeous anymore like I used to. Ask my sister. My older sister is like, you've always had such hot boyfriends. You know, how can you do it? That's what she said to me. I'm like, charming. Anyway, but like, I've always had really, really, really good looking boyfriends. I think there's one that slipped through the net who wasn't, but other than that, they've all been extremely attractive. You know, it was very much about it. People had to be gorgeous and whatever. This guy that I met, and I was just coming out of the forest and he was going in with his dog. Like, it was the first man in a very long time that actually took my breath away. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's what it feels like to be like, he was a very sweet soul, because we stopped and had a chat because his dog just loved me and jumped up on me and all the rest of it. So we had a little chat, and he was actually a very, very nice man as well. But it's the first time in a very long time that somebody actually took my breath away.
Really?
Yeah.
Get me down near those trees, please.
Oh, but if I can't find Maxine, she'll be hanging out in the bushes.
Yeah. Tie myself to the tree. I'm not going home. He's not arrived yet.
Well, I actually see that I'm going to introduce you to somebody in kind of like a pub setting. I don't know, because I don't know anyone here. So I don't know how I'm going to introduce you to him, but obviously I'm going to find him and be like, hey, come meet my friend or something. But I do. I haven't been in this place, but I've almost seen the place that I'm going to introduce you to him as well.
Oh,
it's very
great.
interesting. Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be such fun.
Yeah. Well, it's needed, Maxine, isn't it?
Oh, God, we need it desperately, because we haven't had fun since Brighton together.
No, you're right. And Brighton was such a hoot.
Oh, God, wasn't that?
I mean,
I said I was only going out for a couple of hours.
I think we got home at 4, didn't we?
Yeah. Just going for a couple of hours, ladies. Be back about 10.
4 o'clock in the morning, we come bounding in, or whatever time it was, Donna falling off the bed. Donna
slid off the bed. You were just giggling continually. Then I went upstairs trying to be quiet. This must be where the heavy-footed thing came in, because I tripped up the stairs and there were wooden blocks, so that made a noise. And when I got in the bedroom, I sat on, because it was a single bed and I'm not used to it. I got on one side and fell off the other, trying to get my boots off, and Tracy Trashwood slept through it. So I was trying to be quiet for her.
The thing is, like, I'm a really light sleeper. Like, I wake up for anything, right? But most people are heavy sleepers. Most people, because I'm really like dainty when I come in. And the thing is, when you try and be quiet, especially if you've had a couple of glasses of wine, you're not at all, are you? I mean, do you remember us sat in that bloody place with our chips?
Chips and curry sauce. Yeah. Oh, God. Bless him. The man thought we were great. But we were taking pictures of each other with curry sauce. We were still trying to put the curry sauce in. We didn't even bother wiping our face.
It was hilarious. It was such a hoot. I haven't had such a giggle like that in such a long time. And I know it's imminent. You know, we're counting the days down now, which is really
The thing is, we got in at 4. You and I got up at 6.
Yeah.
As though we'd had a really good night's sleep. Morning!
I'm a really well-behaved drunk, actually, and I did have quite a few to drink, I think, that night, if I remember right. Maybe not quite a few, but I certainly had a few. Yeah. And I'm actually a really, really fun drunk. Like, I just laugh. I am oblivious to everything around me, but I laugh and laugh and laugh. When I'm out with the girls, I have the most beautiful, it's almost like we're in a little bubble of angel dust, and nothing else can touch it. But when you're down, because I've had this vision of this man I'm going to introduce you to, I'm going to have my little radar out for you, okay? Because hands up, who thinks it's time for Maxine to, I do.
Oh, my word. Oh, this should be so much fun. So watch this space, everyone. I may come back with a boyfriend. I mean, who knows, right? It might be in London that we meet this guy, like when we're out. Could be. Who knows? But I see me introducing you to somebody, and he's got a really beautiful, kind face. Oh, nice. I need that. Really kind face, really, really kind face. So that's really quite interesting as well. I feel like I'm going to play Cupid. Mega. Well, I'm playing Godmother soon, so you better crack on. Mouth up, love, and start, working on the old antics in the bedroom, my girl. Come on, chop, chop. We've got some babies to produce. That's me told. Yeah. I love it. Actually, I think it's really beautiful. Talking of Godmother, I think it's really beautiful. I had a really, really lovely conversation with BT, who I know all of my followers really love, and his a very precious partner earlier today. And we, they're like my family. That's why you mentioned Godmother, and it just popped into my head. They are such... they're my family, they're my soul family, like they really, really are. And I would just,
you know, like I love speaking to these guys because they are taking so much action in the US. They are literally taking action steps right now for their happiness, for their future, for other people's future. And I actually think that it's a really important message that we give out to people here today, Maxine, is, ladies and gents, please stop waiting for somebody. Please stop waiting for Prince Charming to come and knock on the door. Do something about it. Please stop waiting for God to come and save you, to show up. Start walking like Jesus, like actually start taking action. It's very, very important that people hear this message. I know it's easier to wait. I know it's easier for somebody to tell you what to do, but we are the next leaders. We need to be stepping up. We need to be taking action right now. And, you know, we're in dark times.
Yeah, definitely.
We're in really dark times and we can't just be kicking back anymore. We have to be recognizing and remembering what we were sent here to do. And it's, you know, I actually gave my conscious conversation community a bit of a tough talk last night about, you know, this right here, right now, in this now moment. This isn't about fun, although we're obviously going to have fun in a couple of weeks' time. It's not about fun. I don't remember the last time I went out and had loads of fun. You know,
no,
I've been on an assignment for the last however long, and I've sacrificed so much. I'll be honest with you. I've done a lot of work on myself over the last couple of years because I've had to, because I've been forced inwards. And I know when I made the decision to come back here and support my dad through his court case in last year, I knew that I was potentially closing the door on something very special in Australia. But I had to do it, not because, you know, family first, or it's always about family, not because of that, but I knew I was on mission. And that's what I'm talking about right now. As much as, yes, we're going to have fun in a couple of weeks' time, the best part of what we're living through right now, ladies and gents, is actually figuring out, like wading through our shit. We have to figure out what it is that's important to us and go make it happen.
Definitely.
Waiting for people to come and save us, it just isn't a thing right now. We have to take action. If common law is your thing, go learn it, figure it out. If that's the thing that impacts you the most, you know, if money's your thing, figure out how you can, you know, share the knowledge that you've got with other people. If love is your thing, you know, are you putting yourself out there to find the love? If growing fruits and vegetables is your thing, have you started? We can't just be sitting back on our laurels right now. We're here to break the systems and to change the world.
I think this is the one time you're going to get to do that.
Yeah.
Because if you miss the bus, that's it. There won't be another bus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, I do feel that this segregation of consciousness is what I'm calling it. This segregation, this split of consciousness is imminent.
Mm.
I feel
it's not like people haven't had enough warning that they need to do something. But there were a lot of people, especially at the beginning of this year, were waiting for that person to come and save them.
Yeah.
And then by now, that person still hasn't saved them, if that's what they were hoping for.
Yeah. So
we've got to go and do what we need to do for ourselves. Okay. I'm not saying go and save the world, but save yourself.
Yeah.
Basically, because each time somebody does that, the ripple effect is on everybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what's so important right now, and you know, I'm sure people can connect the dots who you're talking about. We must stop waiting and we must start taking action. There are a lot of people out there right now, and I'm talking about like the truth community and the higher consciousness community right now. You guys have to start moving forwards. Stop regurgitating the old stuff and living in the old stuff. Figure out what's important to you. And I've said this in a couple of places recently. I can't remember where for the life of me. Maybe it was on here. But figure out two or three things that really, you know, fire up your soul and things that are really important to you. And go figure out an action plan around those things.
Yeah.
Because
a lot of the truth is, sorry to interrupt, but a lot of the people who we've followed since this all started are like on a loop. So they're bringing up the same thing. So just when you think you're starting to move forward, they will bring something back into your consciousness that sets you back, doesn't take you forward. Yeah. So the one advice I'll give is be careful who you are listening to. Don't try to listen to them. if it doesn't resonate with you the minute you listen to it, switch it off.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I followed people for quite a while. I then stopped following them, start following again, because they said something that day made me feel like I had a purpose. But a lot of them are still waiting for the one and only to come and save them. And the one and only isn't saving any of us at the minute.
No.
We have to go and save ourselves.
We're only going to save ourselves.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, that's what we came here to do. Collapse and rebuild. So
this was literally the wake-up call to tell you, you can save yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. It's like, you can't even save, you can't save anybody other than you.
Yeah.
You can be the lighthouse and shine for people to find you. But what is really interesting is if we could just literally elevate just a tiny little bit more people would have the foresight that actually keep regurgitating this old stuff is holding us back. It's keeping us in a loop. It's keeping us weighed down into that dark, murky waters. And we don't need to do that. Like, even with the best intentions in the world, none of us know what's coming.
No.
We have a level.
Well, I should realistically, I'm a fortune teller. Well, with the rings.
We have a level of consciousness on it, right?
Yeah.
Of the different areas, but we don't know all the intricate details. Even once this illusion that we're aware of now with the trafficking and, you know, the royals and all of that stuff coming up, like, yes, as that unfolds, okay, but what about when we get to the programs that we're not sure, that we're unaware of, that have been running on us so far? What happens then? And Carla actually said a really, really good question today. You know, how are we going to forget all of this trauma that we've been through?
Yeah, true.
You know, is there going to be a program to wipe it clear? Or, you know, what's going to happen to us? Because obviously, how can we go into and remain in a higher level of consciousness when we've got 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years of baggage behind us that we now know was a complete farce?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good to get your brain thinking. It's good to get your brain active, you know. And maybe I'll propose doing a video with BT and Carla soon, and we can have a bit of an open chat about this. I'm also going to propose to do a video with the boys. We were supposed to do it last time, but then internet and all sorts of different things happened. It's when my laptop crashed. I was supposed to be doing it when my laptop just crashed. So a divine masculine one I think would be really important as well. Yeah. So there is that, you know, there's plenty of stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes to help you guys elevate, but it's really a matter of you stepping up now. It's a matter of you saying, I am worthy and I know where I stand and I know who I am, and I'm going to go and chase my dreams. I'm going to chase whatever it is that is going to make me fit into my world going forwards.
Yeah, it's true. And it's got to be your world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that my world is a perfect way of saying it, because it is your world.
Yeah.
It's nobody else. You haven't got to think about what he's doing behind you, what they're doing in front of you. This is yours. Make your world how you want it to be.
Exactly.
And it is possible.
And we're living our reality. We're living our choices. We're living our decisions. And I just wish that people would realise that, because people say to me, oh, I haven't chosen cancer, or I haven't chosen this. And I'm like, actually, if you step back through, you have at some point. You've chosen to hold on to that trauma. You've chosen to make this decision and stay in this toxicity. And now it's impacting your physical vessel. People don't like having those conversations. You know, but it's very important that we recognize it right now. It's very important that we step into that space of really recognizing we are creating our destiny.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Mystic woo woo coming up that with our resident fortune teller, Maxine.
I'm gonna have to find a little bag of wares.
Amazing though. Literally, I was just stood there and I was like, whoa, that's really
beautiful. Just so funny. Because that image I had, I don't think I ever told you about. I remember saying to you, we used to laugh and say I was the court jester.
I don't even remember
walking behind you. Yeah, me and Donnie used to laugh about it, because you used to say something. I'd say, well, I was the court jester walking behind you, because you used to talk about past life.
Yeah.
And I would say, oh, yeah, I was the court jester behind you. We'd just laugh about it. But I wasn't. I was the fortune teller, because I had the black thing. I remember the black thing. I remember my bag.
Yeah.
It was like a velvety bag, but it was like, I had to hold it at the top, because it wasn't a handbag. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I had to hold it at the top.
Yeah.
But I had loads of rings on my fingers, and I still wear loads now.
Yeah, so fascinating.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to Insights Monday Madness with Lucy. This is just the way my life and my body and my guides work. But really, really amazing video. Thanks, Maxine. Thank you as always for doing this. Ladies and gents, I'm going to tag the new moon video in here. Okay. Go watch it. Really important. New moon is going to be tomorrow. All right. So please go check it out, and we will see you next week. And it will only be a few days before Maxine comes to visit.
Before more sleeps.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gents. Have a good day.